Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again for the continuation of the beginning and intermediate spreadsheets orientation. This is part two. Hopefully the first part didn't go too bad. The next part from the to do or the due date schedule is the textbook packet exercises. It's due on September 11th, and it's worth 20 points. If we look in Blackboard, you can see that tutorial packet 1 exercises 20 points. And again, this is a Blackboard assignment. It's got the little pencil and the ruler, so you'll click on that and submit those files there. So if we click on this, here's an example of a packet exercise. So from Learning Plan 1, you're going to create an Excel file that looks very similar to this, and then you're going to save it as L1, U1, E1A, and that's one of the files that you've created in the packet exercise. We recommend that you do all of the packet exercises because we know from experience that they are very, very helpful when it comes time to doing the tests, and you practice some of those skills before you get to those tests, which if you make your mistakes on the packet exercises, it's not as costly as it would be on the exam. So what happens is you'll go through the packet exercises, you'll complete those files, you'll save them to your home computer or to a USB jump drive, and once you're done with the packet exercises, if you look, you want to attach those files, so you only want to attach the 3 files that are listed. So you browse your computer, you select, grab those 3 files, attach them, and then submit that assignment, and then the instructor will go in and grade that assignment. Okay. So now we've finished a good portion of it. We got a couple of things left in Learning Plan 1 to complete. We've got the SAM project, which is worth 20 points. And the SAM project is basically we've got a video on how to complete a SAM project. You'll click on the site in Blackboard. It'll take you to the SAM login. You'll put in your username and password just like you did for the SAM training and the SAM exams. And then the only difference here is you're still in, whoever your instructor is, whatever course they're in, whether it's beginning or intermediate spreadsheets. And instead of selecting exams or training, projects is the one you want to select. And chapter 1 would be for tutorial 1, chapter 2 for tutorial 2, and for intermediate spreadsheets it would be chapter 5, 6, and 7, and I think chapter 10. But you'll see that when you log into the site. So you'll select chapter 1, and then you'll get this download. And basically, you're going to download some instructions, which would be more of a Word document, and then you're going to download this Excel document here that you'll complete in Excel, and then you'll submit. You'll upload it right here in Blackboard once you've completed that assessment. Now, I haven't mentioned this before, but most of the stuff you'll be doing kind of remotely online at home in the A105 computer lab. Basically wherever you can do the work, that's fine. But we do have some security measures in place so that if students try to to share files, there's some countermeasures in there that will make detecting that fairly easy, both for the SAM as well as for the regular assignments as well. So make sure that you're using your own work, and please don't try to take shortcuts. We found from our advisory committee, which is made up of local employers in the Fox Valley, and they told us just how critical accounting students need to master Excel. It's not just I can turn on Excel and I can create a simple spreadsheet. They really need a comprehensive understanding, which you're going to get in both the beginning spreadsheets as well as the intermediate spreadsheets and database and beyond. So that's why we've kind of designed the course as we have. Understand that it's a fair amount of work, but it's critically important to your being able to be employed, that you can be fully functional in Excel, and that's the goal of these courses. So again, once you complete the instructions, you've created the Excel file, you're going to upload that file here. You can choose it. Again, you probably want to save it to your jump drive. Here's an example of what you're going to download in Word. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to create that Excel spreadsheet. Here's an example of what that is going to look like in the SAM 2013. 2010 will look a little different, but pretty much you'll have the same three tabs: documentation, expense by salesperson, and expense details. So finally, we're getting to the point of looking at the Excel exam. And again, in 12 days, you've done a fair amount of work. So we go to the SAM exam, the Excel exam. We click on the file here. In some cases, you may have to download some files that you need to use, but basically those are the instructions. They're going to tell you what you need to do on the exam. I've kind of blanked out the instructions here, but you can see that usually you're going to have some instructions that'll be written out, and then you'll have kind of an image of what that Excel spreadsheet's going to look like that you have to build, and you've got to basically follow all of the steps for the Excel exam. And then once you complete that, you'll save that to your home computer or to your USB jump drive. And once you do that, you can browse your computer, put in a comment, hey, I've completed the Learning Plan 1 exam. Please grade nicely, and then you can submit that, and that'll be submitted for the instructor to go back in at a later date and correct that exam. Now you've pretty much gone through one learning plan, and then no rest for the weary. On 9/17 we've got to submit the SAM training for Learning Plan 2. Okay, so that's why it's really critically important that you stick with these due dates and keep up with things. Okay, because once you do Learning Plan 1, you're going to do the exact same thing for Learning Plan 2, Learning Plan 3, Learning Plan 4, and then in addition to Learning Plan 1 through 4, you're going to have a final, which is going to be again similar to the Excel exam that you took. It's going to be a similar format. The only difference is it's going to cover items from Learning Plan 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see Learning Plan 2, you've got the same look and feel to it. So again, you're going to complete Learning Plan 2, 3, 4, and then finally the final exam. And we just want to make sure that we've got to complete all that stuff, by the due dates. And so the end of the course will be October 24th, which may seem like a ways off now, but the semester usually goes very quickly. The last bit I wanted to talk about was we have students that are going to be in the 2010 version of the textbook and the 2013 version. What we've done for our beginning and intermediate students is we've made available through the virtual software application Citrix, you should be able to access from home, just as long as you have an internet connection, either the MS Office 2010 or MS Office 2013 as part of enrollment in this class. To do that, you're going to go to the Fox Valley Tech homepage. In the search box, you're going to type in the word virtual, and then you'll see a pop-up, and the first one you want to select is Virtual Applications and Software. If you click on that, it's going to take you to this screen here. If you're on campus or one of the Fox Valley Tech campuses or regional sites, you can just click on this virtual application access, and it'll take you to the login screen for you to gain access to Office 10 or Office 2013. If you want to access it from home, you can download the instructions to do so. You just have to load the Citrix receiver onto your home computer, and it has a list of requirements for your computer. I mean, it probably should be a newer computer to be able to do that. This is the login screen. So at Fox Valley Tech, you're going to see this screen right away. And at home, if you download the Citrix receiver, you're going to see the same login screen. The only difference is you're accessing it through your home computer versus a Fox Valley Tech computer. So you'll put in your basically your student ID number and then your password, the same one as your email, Fox Valley Tech email, and you'll be able to get in there. I just brought it back to the screen so that if, let's say you did some work at campus using the virtual application, now you want to do it at home, well, all you have to do is download the instructions, and it'll tell you step by step what you need to do to get that Citrix receiver in. You see this little black icon right here? That's the Citrix receiver, and you'll know you have it when it pops up when you're trying to work on it from home. It'll also pop up if you're using Citrix on one of the Fox Valley Tech computers as well. And this is what you're going to see. You should have loaded on there Microsoft Office 2010 or Microsoft Office 2013. And depending on which textbook you have, if you've got a 2010 book, make sure you're working in 10. If you have a 2013 book, make sure you're working in 2013. And here's just an example of the 2010. And then here's the Excel icon. You just click on that, and you'll see that you'll pull up in the virtual environment the 2010 version of Excel. How you can tell the difference between one and the other, right here, if you see the word file, it's actually uppercase F and then lowercase ILE. If you were looking at a 2013 version, that would be all caps. All of these tabs would be capitalized, all the letters. So there's some, it looks pretty similar, but there are some little differences between the two. And again, I just want to talk a little bit about, the orientation. Sorry, don't mean to be making people seasick. I'm just trying to get to, there's a lot of slides. But there's a lot of work in this class. This is a comprehensive Spreadsheets Excel class. I don't make any apologies for that. It's a fair amount of work. You've got to be engaged in this class, pretty much multiple times during the week, just like any of your other classes. Again, I don't have any doubt that you'll be successful in this class, but it's really important that you use the time management and that you make sure that you keep track of these due dates, because this is not a self-paced class. If you don't turn in a bunch of these things for Learning Plan 1, the ship has sailed. You get zeros for all those things. And if you get, zeros on 25% of the course, the chances of you being able to get 100% on everything else is relatively low. So it's really important to keep up with the work. My advice would be, it never seems to fail, especially in an 8-week class. You're going to have one bad week. And if you don't want that bad week to hit you. So, it's not a bad idea to work, get these things done and then work ahead into Learning Plan 2. Build yourself a little bit of cushion, because if you don't, if you miss some points, I mean, you can really, drop your grade pretty significantly. So, again, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get your SAM logins done. If you have the 2013 version, you should have the SAM access card. If you have the 2010 version, there's a link that will show you, that will take you to the web location where you can purchase the SAM access card for the 2010 version. Normally it's over $100 for that access card, and we were able to work out a deal with the publisher because you paid full price for your 2010 book, and we're going to be able to provide the SAM 2010 access for a cost of $50, which I know is not insignificant, but it's, it was the best that we could do under the circumstances. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and I wish you the best of luck in Spreadsheets beginning and or intermediate. Thank you so much.